Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Gran Turismo 7, running on the PlayStation 5. Base PlayStation 5, not super special PlayStation 5. Okay, now I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Discover replays and photos. Special guests are waiting for you. Ooh, what am I gonna get? Hopefully not screwed over like Need for Speed. Ding, ding, ding. Carbon propeller shaft. Huh, looks like something you give your wife. This is your car collection. All the cars you have ever owned are registered here. This means that the car collection serves as a history of your car life. Acquire as many new cars as possible and add to your collection. Can you collect them all? Hell no, I'm not going to collect them all. There's a lot of cars in this game. I'll just collect the ones that I like. I think we need to do more licenses. I don't know, this game's not really good about telling you what to do next, I have to say. Like, did I do that? I could have swore I did these. Did I not do these? Alright, well, let's just do it. Next I should go for gold. Should I? Actually fine with silver, to be honest with you. Not obsessed with gold. So a metal that actually has no value. I mean, you know, we use it in like circuitry and stuff. It was faster last time, huh? Interesting. It's weird how clean this game looks compared to like all the other games, even all the other racing games on the PlayStation 5. Like, it's still kind of baffling how they managed to do it, like so much better than everyone else. Is that bronze? What is that? What's gold? Gold is 17.2. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to make it. It's actually kind of a tight turn for this car. Just a little more for gold. Oh, jeez. Thought I was doing okay there. Oh my god. That was really finicky. Yes, I made a turn. Congratulations on making a turn. A2 is Racing Line Beginner 2, where you'll take 2 corners using the in and out method. Now it's time to use the in and out technique from A1 on consecutive corners. The 290-degree corners should be taken using an in and out line. Make sure you slow down sufficiently before entering the first corner. I won't know what sufficiently is until I try it though. Passed. I thought I had to take 2 corners. That was 1 as far as I know. Almost had it. Okay, I had about enough of that. That one's actually significantly tougher. Take 2 corners at different speeds. The 2 corners need to be taken at different speeds. Be sure to slow down accordingly for each corner and take the in and out line for both. I wonder if I should take them at different speeds. Seems like I should probably take them at the same speed. Now, what do you think? We have to slow way down. Jeez. E4 is Urban Tracks 1, where you'll learn to drive without colliding with walls. As you can see, this track has walls on both sides. You'll need to be careful not to hit them. You'll be immediately disqualified if you collide with a wall. Be sure to keep your distance, at least at first. Go faster. A5 is cornering in the wet, beginner. The key thing is to be ready to brake a lot earlier. Okay, it's time for you to start learning how to deal with wet tracks. Needless to say, wet tracks are very slippery. You need to brake early and be careful with your acceleration. I know, I always feel like I'm driving super steady until I watch the replay. It's like, oh, you were driving like a drunk man. A6 is consecutive corners, beginner 1, where you'll learn how to deal with Monza's Variante Ascari corner. This challenge you'll learn how to deal with consecutive corners. Use the entire width of the track and imagine that you're connecting the apex of each corner with a straight line. Oh, I wasn't just driving straight. I wasn't even thinking about cornering. I was like, this thing is going to be easy. It's going to go straight into the sand. Woo, just barely. A7 is consecutive corners beginner 2. It takes place on the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya in my beloved Spain. This challenge features consecutive corners just like A6. Use the throttle pedal to control your car. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Uh-oh, we're driving a Tundra. A8 is a dirt driving beginner where you will feel the difference between a tarmac and dirt surface. It's time to get dirty. This challenge involves driving a big Tundra along a challenging dirt track. The trick to driving in dirt is to start steering early. You'll need to be proficient with the steering wheel to control the direction of the car. Oh, and driving a pickup is much different than driving a regular car. Weight distribution is completely different. I actually have never driven a Tundra. I don't think I've ever owned a Toyota, which is kind of strange, but they're always like the most expensive trucks. So I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm good with buying a Toyota. A9 is hairpins. Don't go too early on the accelerator. This challenge will teach you how to deal with hairpins using the famous corner at Suzuka as an example. The basics are more important than ever on hairpin turns. Slow down properly and enter the corner. Then accelerate smoothly as soon as your car is facing the exit. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. You pass A1 through A9 challenges. Nice work. You're eligible to take the final exam, A10. I'm sure that it'll be a piece of cake for you, but good luck anyway. Alright, you're now ready for the National A License final exam. Pass this exam and the license is yours. In the graduation test, use all the techniques that you have learned so far. Connect each corner smoothly and keep the car steady with the brake and throttle. When you finish, there will be a National A license waiting for you. Best of luck. National A license acquired. Congratulations on receiving your National A license. A new gift car has been sent to your garage. Congratulations on acquiring your National A license. My name is Igor Fraga. I'm the Gran Turismo driver from Brazil, and I actually grew up in Japan. I'm responsible for helping you acquire your International B license. Once you clear all the requirements for these tests, you'll be issued your license. We'll get through this together. Will we? I don't think we will. IB1 is the Racing Line Intermediate 1, where you'll learn about the proper racing line for a long corner. The most important thing when taking long corners is to avoid losing too much speed. Use the throttle to keep your car stable and experiment with the various lines. Really? I don't want to lose too much speed in a racing game? How weird. Are they pro GT players? Well, they're not pro personalities. Oh, jeez. Maybe good at racing, but kind of a little stale on the instruction. They should put me in here. The key to taking corners is to turn in the direction of the turn. Also, make sure you use your gas, you dumbass. Oh, and if you're about to hit something, hit the brake. Maybe that's why I'm not in this game. I'd make sure that I had a mullet. A ripped white t-shirt, you know. I've been racing for 20 minutes. I've had a long career in GTA. Oh. Here's some relationship advice. Don't listen to anything the woman says. You'll be in and out relationships just like this driving game. IB2 is the Racing Line Intermediate 2. You'll learn how to smoothly connect the apex of corners. This challenge involves the consecutive corners that follow the high-speed straight at Daytona. Focus on increasing your exit speed and the corner that leads to the straight. When driving, I highly suggest Vaseline on the nipples. The extended G-forces can be murder on your t-shirt. It's meowmurai's GT7 advice. Ugh. No, it's automatic. I don't know. I can't deal with them. I can't deal with a manual in a driving game. Which is funny because that's what I drive. Is I drive a manual in real life. Like I actually don't like driving a automatic. And I actually prefer the full stick. You know, a lot of manuals nowadays are just there's like shifters on top, or maybe they have the really stupid little half stick. So it's not how I like my cars. So yeah, I have like a full size stick in my pickup. And actually, I bought the Nissan I have is the last model to feature the full size stick. You know, all the manuals that they do make, which is not many, they all feature steering wheel side shifters or the little half stick or quarter stick. But in a racing game, I absolutely hate how you have to do it. IB3 is a high-speed corners. You'll need to use the accelerator pedal to keep your car under control. You need to use the accelerator. Yeah. In this challenge, you'll be tackling a high-speed corner on the Fuji Speedway. A high-speed corner is with strong G-forces. You'll need to make fine adjustments with the accelerator to keep the car stable. It's like I'm not using my feet, like I'm like Fred Flintstone. I just like stick my foot out the door. Ooh, I just barely made it. Yeah, I think I've owned an automatic car for all of like 4 months. And obviously, if I have like a rental or something, then those are all automatics. Nobody in the world would ask for a manual on a rental, but yeah, I don't like not having a clutch. IB4 is urban tracks, where you practice using all the track all the way up to the wall. This challenge you'll learn how to master one of Tokyo's urban circuits. Find a line that allows you to hit the apex of each corner precisely. I imagine you drive using manual, right? At least in the game. Oh, use a wheel. Maybe that's a little different. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think WRC really is kind of built for manual, though. You know, just those tracks are so narrow. Like it's definitely a struggle to play that game with a controller. IB5 is dirt racing or dirt driving intermediate. You'll be learning to turn nice and early on a dirt track. You need to start steering early on dirt tracks. If your car is angled too much towards the inside of a corner, be sure to counter steer in the other direction. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time for me to get used to paddle shifters. It's just I've driven my entire life with a stick, you know, with a full-size stick, so it's shifting just using the paddle is I don't know. Like I said, it's just such a different experience. Oh, it's interesting how this game handles in the dirt. This is not what I expected. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm sure they have setups with an e-brake. I mean, I'm sure they're expensive though. You know, yeah, I don't even know if the games that we play support them. Oh yeah, this handles way different than what I would expect. Like, there's a lot more. Like, the cars are way heavier than I anticipated. I suppose that's how it is in real life, though. I mean, video games have cars that are kind of, you know, a little on the light side. IP6 is cornering in the wet intermediate, in which you develop some advanced accelerator skills. Go easy on throttle when cornering in the wet. The car's sure to spin if you're too aggressive with the accelerator pedal. Well, that's half the fun, though. Ease off the throttle if the car starts to rotate. Or hit the accelerator and turn in the direction. Well, yeah, I don't think that's what the game is trying to teach you. Ah, that's right. In real life, the best way to avoid the spin is to turn with the spin. At least that's how you do it in the snow, you know. You're going out of control, just turn with it, hit the accelerator. Then turn the opposite direction and hit the accelerator. Basically, the brake is your worst enemy in the snow. Yeah, these I mean, this is pretty strict. Like, they really want you to master this this licensing before you really get into the meat of the game. Unless you play the music mini game, then you can just race like normal, but yeah. I mean, this is kind of what Gran Turismo is known for, is super annoying licensing tests. I'll be having a racing line intermediate 3 where you'll focus your attention on the corner exit speeds. This challenge featuring several of Nuremberg corners. You'll see that the last one is followed by a nice long straight. Maximizing your exit speed from that corner will be crucial. The master licenses, yeah, they've always been super persnickety though in Gran Turismo. It's like you kind of feel like these guys are like a little too serious about their game. Which is why, you know, things like WRC and, you know, TDU and, you know, every other racing game exist. But, you know, there's definitely a place for this kind of game. I'm just glad that most games aren't like this. Like, you know, this stringent. Yes, the famous Nuremberg. Hey, at least this game doesn't crash to the PlayStation desktop. I can't believe that Need for Speed game. What an absolute disaster. IB8 is consecutive corners intermediate, where you'll learn to find the best line through a series of corners. Find land that allows you to maintain your speed through the series of corners. Start with, think of the 4 right-hand turns as one big corner and try to connect them all smoothly. Okay. I think what makes these licensing tests hard too is that they're all different cars and they all handle differently. So not only are you trying to master every single turn, but you're also doing it in a different car with different handling and different physics. It's like they're really pushing you. Yeah, just being extra mean, basically. Bad car, you know, technical track. And then when you actually get into the racing, it's like, yeah, all those principles just go out the window, you know. Let's see, IB9 is corners with elevation changes 1, where you'll learn how a car moves differently when going uphill or downhill. Cars will handle differently on corners with elevation changes. Generally speaking, it's more difficult to turn when going uphill, and it's easier to spin while traveling downward. Pay attention to the gradient on the track and control your speed. Oh, these. Hit us way, way, way down. Oh, really? The online scene's not so hot? It's really bad because TDU is like a super. Well, that's a different. It is a different kind of game, of course. But like, I feel like TDU is much more friendly. But you know, you're just like you just have like unrestricted carnage in that game, though. So that's probably why. Yeah, I imagine this would be like this is kind of where all the a-hole drivers are, right? Like this kind of game just attracts that kind of person. You passed. Irritable bowel 1 to irritable bowel 9. Congratulations. You have intestinal problems. Alright, now it's time to take on the irritable bowel 10 graduation test. Avoid dairy. Well, at least for my people, avoid dairy. Here we are, the final exam for the International B license. Pass the exam and the license is yours. You've learned a variety of different corners, and the final exam is your chance to put your knowledge to the test. When the corners are followed by straights, focus on your exit speed. When you have a change in elevation, focus on keeping your car stable. Good luck, I'm rooting for you. Oh, wow. Okay. Managed to do it. Thought I was going to have a little more trouble with that. Alright, got my irritable bowel license. Actually, that's one of the things I have to do is apply for an international license. Congratulations on receiving your International B license. A new gift card is sent to your garage. Enjoy! Congratulations on passing the International B class license. I'm Mikhail Hiesel, a GT competitor living in Germany. I have just graduated school and became an automotive engineer, and I'm also in charge of the International A license. If you can clear all the criteria in each of the tests, you'll be issued an International A racing license. Alright, let's see your skills. Does that mean I'm going to be in, like, the Gran Turismo 2 movie? Yes, controller. I am using just a regular old PlayStation 5 controller. IA1 is Racing Line Expert. In this challenge, you'll learn how to take corners while applying the brakes. Let's practice cornering while braking. Here you're required to take 2 consecutive corners while slowing down. Make sure you hit the apex of the second corner. To do that, you'll have to use your brake to control the orientation of your car. Ah, okay. That needs to be very slow. Yeah, very, very slow. Yeah, I can't imagine being like really, really good at this game. Like, it just requires so much concentration, you know? Like, I'm not... yeah, at the end of the day, I don't really want to play a game like that. Of course, you know, I mean, obviously things are different when you're doing it for a living, but... yeah, that's rough. Well, you gotta take that thing really slow. Like, I wonder if he's like really good in Gran Turismo, but like in real life, he just takes a taxi or a bus everywhere. I'm sick of driving. I drive for a living. IA2 is consecutive corners expert 1. The key to this one is keeping the car stable. You'll pick up speed on the straight before coming up on a 90-degree corner, followed by a series of other corners. This challenge will really test your skills. Be careful with the brake and accelerator when cornering. Don't floor the throttle until the car is facing the right direction to exit the corner. Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't think I was that far into it. Well, deceptive. Oh, we're driving a Lamborghini, too. These things are not known for cornering. All they can really do is go straight real fast. TRL Lightning, huh? Is Team TRL? Oh, I passed. I thought I failed. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna try this again. Get me out of this Lamborghini. If it's one thing that every racing game has taught me is that Lamborghinis absolutely suck. I3 is dirt driving expert, where you'll practice techniques for keeping your car stable. This time you'll be driving on dirt. To maintain your speed, you will need to keep sliding to a minimum. What? Who would want to not slide in the dirt? That makes no sense, my man. Make sure you're driving in a straight line when you approach each big jump. That does make sense, though. Jumping your car in real life is super scary. Oh, I just clipped it. Oh yeah, I mean, this is the last one I'll do. So the game is not like, I don't feel like this game is like super good at telling you what you need to do next or when you can do something or, you know, when you qualified for something. But it's just all like tribal knowledge from all the other GT7 games. Like for me, it's been a long time since I've even played a GT game. So jumping into this and it's just like, first you must take your licensing test, and then only 2 races open up after you take your first licensing test, and then you have to go back to licensing. I was like, wow, super stingy. I was like, well, I might as well just do a bunch of these so I can have something to play. Not be stuck going back and taking another licensing test. I'm really impressed by the replays. And I guess in the PlayStation 5 Pro, you know, they have more of the effects active. Plus, it's at the full 4K resolution. But you know, I have other things to buy in life outside of the PlayStation 5 Pro, so I suppose I should prioritize those things. I4 is Consecutive Corners Expert 2, where you'll once again focus on the orientation and stability of the car. The series of corners starts immediately after the front straight of Lake Maggiore. You'll want to pay special attention to the orientation of the car at all times, and be sure not to be too aggressive with the throttle or brakes. Boost inputs are key to going fast here. Keep your car steady and in control at all times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you know, thankfully it is very much an optional purchase. Whereas I think like the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 4 Pro seemed like you really needed it in order to take advantage of how the games were supposed to run. And even then, it wasn't like a super big difference. But the price was also fairly reasonable compared to the PlayStation 4, you know? I don't know. I mean, I know prices of everything is like super expensive now, but you know, did it really need to be $700? It just seems awful high. And these games could be better optimized for sure, you know. I mean, this is an amazingly well optimized game, and while you can get it to experience some frame drops, generally it doesn't happen that often. Unless you're with like a lot of cars in the rain, and you know, again, a ton of effects happening, then yes, it's going to be. It's going to be tough for the game to process. I mean, Concord was their own fault, though. They really were, you know, biting off more than they could chew on that one. I mean, they wanted that to be an entire franchise and a multimedia. You know, it was going to have comic books and movies. It's like, well, just get the first game to be good. You know, then consider the rest. I guess you know, maybe Firewalk gave them like a very, very convincing demo when they were petitioning for that game. I mean, I've heard that game actually isn't bad. You know, I heard it's not a bad game. I5 is Consecutive Corners Expert 3. Careful throttle and brake work are required for this one. The Circuit de la Sarthe is home to the 24-hour Le Mans. In this challenge, you'll be taking on a series of turns that follow the Porsche curve. Your car has a lot of power, so be precise with all your driving inputs. No, me not being precise is what got me out of 2 marriages. Oh crap, way off. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play it either. I mean, that kind of game is not really for me. Those arena hero shooters. Yeah. Yeah, they were weird characters. I didn't like the writing either. Like that was supposed to be like a heavily... It was supposed to be like heavy story-focused looter shooter. But I can't say they were interesting characters, you know. You know, when your character shooter has the most generic Marvel characters, you know, it's kind of hard for me to root for them. I think the age of that Marvel kind of smarmy humor is gone. You know, I don't really think it's a thing anymore. But, you know, I guess they didn't know that 5 years ago when they started. Yeah, I know. I mean, who wanted to play the big vacuum cleaner? I could totally relate to that vacuum cleaner. Wow, this is actually really, really tough. These kind of cars are like super difficult to drive too. I mean, these are the most fun in the Gran Turismo games, driving these cars, but that's also like the hardest. Oh, well, I thought I was actually doing better. That was weird. I was like, hey, I can't see my ghost. I must be doing better. Yeah, alright. Oh. Nope. It was cutting it too close. Yeah, that's a rough one. I'm not really all that close either. Ugh, I just scraped it. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, I'm more of a bumper camera guy. All those years of Ridge Racer, you know. Got me playing the bumper cam a lot. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it was always interesting how Ridge Racer was trying to be more sim, right, due to the popularity of Gran Turismo. But like the game is just, the game's physics was just not built for a sim environment, you know. So, you know, how's a square peg in a round hole sort of deal. They did try. I remember the G-Cons, the Neo G-Con controllers, where you had to twist them, and that was how they got through analog steering. Yeah, those were some good days, you know. They were simple games compared to now, you know. Obviously there's not that much simulation back in those days, quite frankly. You know, the systems just weren't capable of doing all the proper physics, but they were fun. They were fun days for sure. I keep forgetting about this turn. Got the memory of a fish when it comes to these kind of games, you know. I just remember like 2 turns, and then the rest I wing it. Oh my god. That's pretty rough. I mean, that was super messy. Didn't exactly stay on the track, but at least got through it. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Gran Turismo 7 running on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, fun times. It's definitely a different kind of racing game. I mean, it's very unique. There's nothing really like Gran Turismo. Even games that try to copy Gran Turismo aren't like Gran Turismo. Yeah, definitely check it out. I'm glad it was I'm glad it was on sale. I think I might have a hard time paying $70 for this, but at $30, it's just right for me. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream. And yeah, thanks for sticking around, Hope a Star.